Shalom. First and foremost, I would like to give all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rahakwadash, and double honors to the elder apostles, the elder bishops, and the elder brothers of Great Millstone. Peace and salutations to the hopeful elect, scattered out on the four corners of the earth, prophesying in the name of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. Coming to you with another quick lesson through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. Lord willing, is edifying. Fair use, fair use. I'm not making any money or profiting off this.
Jesus said, if you don't understand this parable, you won't understand any of the others. Not because it's complicated, but because it exposes the one thing religion avoids. The problem was never the seed. The problem was never God. The problem was never lack. The issue was the ground. Stay with me, because this parable explains why people pray, believe, sow, fast, and still don't see fruit. Matthew 13 is a turning point. Up until now, Jesus speaks plainly, but here he switches to parables. Why? Because truth activates based on readiness, not availability. And the disciples asked him, why do you speak to them in parables? And Jesus' answer is chilling. Because seeing, they do not see. Hearing, they do not hear. In other words, information doesn't change lives. Perception does. Jesus says a sower went out to sow. Notice, the sower doesn't change seeds. The word is consistent. The truth is consistent. The promise is consistent. What changes is the receiver. Jesus lists 4 soils, and he explicitly says, the field is the heart. This is not about farming. This is about identity conditioning. 1, the wayside. That's the unconscious identity. Seed falls and immediately gets taken. This is the person who hears truth, but has no inner permission to receive it. Why? Because the mind is so trafficked by fear, trauma, external voices, and old labels. The truth never gets below the surface. This is someone who says, I know that already, but nothing ever changes. Number 2, we have the stony ground. Those are emotional believers. This seed springs up fast. They shout, they get excited, they feel it, but there's no depth. Why? Because depth requires restructuring self-image, not emotional moments. As soon as pressure shows up, the word gets blamed, God gets questioned, the seed gets abandoned. This is revelation without identity reinforcement. Number 3, thorny ground. That's the divided self-concept. This one is dangerous because it almost works. The seed grows, but it's choked by anxiety, survival thinking, comparison, divided attention. Jesus says the cares of this world and the deceitfulness of richness. That word deceitfulness matters. It means subtle agreements that compete with the truth. You can't manifest from 2 identities at once.
You gotta watch this.
Now, all that, you ain't heard Jake not one time come out of the scriptures. He's speaking on his own words, on his own mind, his own heart. Let's see what the scriptures say about him. Let's go to Hosea 4 and 6. Hosea 4, chapter 6. My people are destroyed for a lack of knowledge. Jake, he want to sound deep. He want to sound professional. Sound like he know this and know that. But he's not coming with the scriptures. That's the main thing. Because thou have rejected knowledge, I will also reject thee. Now, you don't want Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai to reject you in these days and times that we're living in. Because these are the times that we really need Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai on our team, on our side, dealing with us, supping with us. That thou shall be no priest to me, seeing thou have forgotten the law of thy God, the power, the Most High, I will also forget thy children. And that's horrible when Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai say He gonna forget your children. Because when you are gone, your children are who keep you living. So Jake want to be all deep and just listening. Christianity have our people so bugged out they can't get it. Let's get some more scriptures on him, because just listening to him, you don't know what's going on. Romans 10:2. For I bear them record that they have a zeal of the Most High. He sound like, like he know a little something. He got a zeal because he a Jake. But not according to knowledge. This is what you got to have. The knowledge, the wisdom, and understanding of the Most High, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. If you don't have that, then your zeal is nothing. It's in vain. And Jake want to sound all deep, like he know a little something, but it's not turning me on. Isaiah 8:20. Isaiah 8 verse 20. To the law and to the testimony. Now these two things right here are very important to the children of Israel. The law and the testimony of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. If they speak not according to this word, if you don't speak this, the law and the testimony, it is because there is no light in them. You still walking in darkness, Jake. You want to sound all deep, but it's not. The hopeful elect ain't buying it. We're not buying it, whatever you're selling. Smell like a little Esau mixed in there somewhere. Galatians 1:8. But though we or an angel from heaven, Paul said, even if an angel from heaven, not just him, preach any other gospel unto you than that which we have preached unto you. If anybody else comes saying something different, Jake ain't went into no scriptures. And we're going to read about the parable. Let him be a curse. You're a curse to me, Jake. Because you're going to have me all in the woods not knowing which way to go listening to you. 1 Corinthians. We just getting warmed up. I'm gonna go into the parable he talking about. 1 Corinthians 9:16. For though I preach the gospel, I have nothing to glory of. For necessity is laid up upon me. Yeah, woe unto me if I preach not the gospel. Woe is destruction. Paul said, woe unto him if he don't preach the word of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. Jake over here acting like he preaching, but I ain't heard no scriptures. Second Corinthians 11:4. For if he that cometh preaching another Yahweh Shai, whom we have not preached, or if ye receive another spirit, all types of spirit floating around in this world right here. which ye have not received, or another gospel which ye have not accepted, ye might well be bear with him. I just ain't feeling it, Jake. You're not coming with the scriptures. So let's go on over here to Mark and see what Jake talking about, because he said a lot of nothing. I should listen to him again. But let's just jump on into Mark chapter 4 and 1. And he began again to teach by the seaside. Yahushua preaching. And there was gathered unto him a great multitude. There was a whole lot of people out there. So that he entered into the ship and sat in the sea. And the whole multitude was by the sea on the land. So he in the water and they on the land, and he preaching out of the boat. And he taught them many things by parable, and said unto them in his doctrine. This the doctrine Jake should be preaching out of. The doctrine of Yahushua. Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua doctrine. In the name of Yahweh, who's the Heavenly Father, who this world called God. Bahashem, in the name of Yahushua, who's this world called Jesus. Verse 3. Hearken, listen, Jake. Behold, there went out a sower to sow. These are the prophets today. The elder bishops, the elder apostles, the elder brothers. These are the sowers. You got to get it, Jake. And it came to pass, as he sowed, some fell by the wayside, and the fowls of the air came and devoured it up. The fowls of the air are the birds. And some fell on stony ground where it had not much earth, and immediately it sprung up, because it had no depth of earth. But when the sun was up, it was scorched, and because it had no root, it withered away. And some fell among thorns, and the thorns grew up and choked it, and it yielded no fruit. And others fell on good ground, and did yield fruit that sprung up and increased, and brought forth some 30, and some 60, and some 100. And he said unto them, He that have ears to hear, let him hear. If you got the wisdom and understanding of what I just read, listen to this. Because Jake was saying a lot of nothing, because he wasn't going into these scriptures and reading it, what Yahushua said. Now let's listen to what Yahushua said. We're going to keep on reading down. My throat. And when he was alone, they that were about him with the 12 asked him the parable. Now they waited till Yahushua was alone. Why did he wait till he was alone? Why they didn't wait? Why he didn't do it when they was around everybody? And he said unto them, Unto you it is given to know the mysteries of the kingdom of the Most High. That's why. Because this is not for everybody. Everybody ain't going to get it. 2/3 Jakes are not going to get it. They're going to walk around and act like they know what they're talking about, but they're not coming out of these scriptures. If you're not speaking according to these words of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua, ain't no light in you, Jake. You sound good. You got your long dreads, think you look good. It's not working for the elect, the hopeful elect. But unto them that are without, that's our most out people, they're without right now. But the water Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah for giving the hopeful elect the wisdom and knowledge and understanding of these words, starting with the apostles, the bishops, the elders of Great Millstone. All these things are done in parable. This is why Yahweh Shah was speaking in parable, because it's not for everybody. This Bible is not for everybody today. Everybody got a Bible, but it's not for everybody. That seeing, understanding, they may see. You're going to understand. And not perceive. So like, and hearing, they may hear and not understand, lest at any time they shall be converted, and their sins shall be forgiven them. This letting you know that this is not for everybody. Because if it was for everybody, everybody would get it and be on the ship when Yahweh Shah come return. But everybody's not going to make it to the ship. Verse 13, explanations of this parable that Yahweh Shah was speaking about, Jake. This is how you understand the parable. You're not just going to talk out of your own mouth, your own words, making it sound good. Verse 13, and he said unto them, know ye not this parable? You don't understand this? And how then will ye know all parables? If you don't know this parable, how you going to know the rest of them? That's what Jake started out talking about. The sword, the word. These are the apostles, the elders, and the bishops of Great Millstone. They are out sowing the true gospel in the 100% purest form that a lot of people can't understand. They scoffing and mocking. And these are they by the wayside, where the word is sown. They listening to the word. You hearing the word. A lot of people hearing the gospel. A lot of people are listening to the apostles every time they turn on a video. But when they have heard, when you listening, Satan cometh immediately, because it's not for you. The Most High had Satan right there to stop you from getting this. Satan cometh immediately. He might have somebody walk up and start making you not want to listen to the prophets, because you was hearing the word, but it's not for you. So here comes Satan to stop you from getting it. And taketh away the word that was sown in their hearts. Your hearts is your mind. Even if it wasn't for you now, it could be for you later, where Satan ain't going to stop you from getting it. But right now, it's not for you. Or it might not just be for you, period. And these are they likewise which are sown on stony ground, who, when they have heard the word, these people also heard the word, immediately received it with gladness. When you hear this truth, you start understanding it. You're like, oh yeah, I'm an Israelite. My dad is an Israelite. We grew up with, yeah, I'm an Israelite. Verse 17. and have no root in themselves. You jump in this thing, but you didn't get rooted and grounded in this thing. You just jumped in and started running. You didn't get no understanding. You didn't drink the milk. You went straight for the meat. Trying to get all deep like Jake on this video. You have to start as a babe. Born again. I did a lesson not too long ago. You got to crawl before you walk, Jake. Verse 17, and have no root in themselves, and so endured but for a time. See, you fell out of the truth. You got it, but you put your hand to the plow, but you turn away. Because, like I say, when you came in, you came in with gladness. Oh yeah, I'm an Israelite. But then when you find out the things that you got to go through, all the suffering you got to do, all the hardships, all the pains, all the scoffing and mocking and ridicule, talk down on. Now, what's that verse? It tasted like honey at first, but then when it got down in your stomach, it turned bitter. Because, yeah, you're an Israelite. Yeah, this and that. But it didn't tell you about the hardship that's about to come, that you found out this truth. Verse 17, and have no root in themselves, and so endure but for a time. Afterward, when afflictions and persecution arise for the word's sake, see that? This is what I was just explaining. The persecutions, the afflictions, the drama, the torture. Just because you know you're an Israelite, just because you heard this word. Now here come the bad things coming. You thought it was going to be smooth sailing because you found out you was an Israelite. No, that's when the hard times are coming. That's when the trying times are coming. That's when the tears are coming. Immediately, they are offended. You can't be offended in this thing. That's one thing I had to learn when I first came in. You can't be, your feelings, you got to put that to the side. Verse 18. And these are they which are sown among thorns, such as heard the words, and the cares of this world. You can't, when you're born again, you cannot care about this world and what this world has going on. Your money, your riches, your fame, your glory in this world, everything has to be put to aside. Verse 19, and the cares of this world and the deceitfulness of riches, see that? And the lust of other things enter in. You came into the truth. Then you realize you can't do this, you can't do that. All this, you probably wanted to be a rapper. Then you have to put that to the side. You can't be on stage and the women falling all over you again like that. Other dudes, women, they just had in the bedroom with, they can't lust over you no more. You can't lust over them no more. That's the cares of this world. You have to let all that go. So a lot of people fell out of the truth because of the cares of this world. Choke the word, and it becometh unfruitful. You're not gonna, because when the seed was sown to you, now you gotta sow the seed to somebody else. Verse 20. And these are they which are sown on good ground. These are the hopeful elect today. Sown on good ground. These are they that was established from the beginning of the foundation of the earth. Such as heard the word and received it. The hopeful elect received this right here. And it bring forth fruits. Because they went out on the highways and byways. They started doing lessons. Somebody else heard it. That seed was sown to them. Now they sowing seeds. Psalm 34. Everybody got a different talent. He gave some this amount of talent, and some 60 amount. Some got this amount of talent, and some 100. Some are big in this thing. My little post videos, they might not get seen by a lot of people because my talent is not like other brothers' talent. But I'm here by the grace of Yahweh, by Hashem Yahweh Shai. I'm doing it. I'm here trying to push this thing out. And I'm grateful for my little bit. So I just wanted to bring that out. Lord willing, it was edifying. And I want to say all power and glory and honor, it always to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem, Rahakwadash, and double honors to the apostles, the bishops, the elders of Great Millstone. Lord willing, it was edifying. Till the next time I say Shalom.